Morning YouTubers, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. Happy New Year. Let's hope 2019 is a better one than it was last year. It's quite mild out there today. It's about 10 degrees. Absolutely crazy weather. In fact, the weather's been all over the show. I've got a few clips that I'm going to be showing you what the weather's looked like on the allotments over the last 2 weeks. I come down every day, obviously. Christmas Day, New Year's Day, Boxing Day, I have to come down to sort the chickens out. That's another video that I've already put together, so you're going to see what I've been doing over the Christmas holidays with the chickens. That'll be probably follow this video, but for today I'm going to show you what I've been doing on the plot, helping other other plot holders, actually YouTubers as well, one of them. But what else we've been doing? Well, we've been doing more planting. We've been doing a bit of wood chipping, and we've got some flowers. You might just see them at the side of me here. I'll show you them in a minute. They're called Cosmia. And well, where do we start? Let's start with helping other plot holders. Now, as you all know, I had a friend called Larry. He passed away and his plot became available, and my mate George wanted to transfer. He wanted to move from where he was, and the perfect opportunity arrived where he could move on to Larry's plot. So he was already at the top of the list to move, and he wanted to move his greenhouse onto his plot, but there was an old wooden greenhouse there which was about 35 years old, and he offered it to his next door neighbour Brenda. Now she's nearly 80, and she had this little half the size of a greenhouse, but it was on a big base. Now the base, what this greenhouse was on, was what this wooden greenhouse, which was going to be taken off George's plot and putting onto hers. But before we could actually take hers down, we had to make sure that the big one would be able to move. Well, after taking several hundred bolts out of it, because he bolted it down that well, he could have put 4 bolts in the thing, it would have never moved. But no, he must have put 20 bolts all the way around the perimeter. He made it so it never come out. I was roped in because it was a wooden greenhouse and no one knew how to take the battens and all, how to remove the glass, and it all needed to be marked up. Where it was marked up, that's where we needed to put it exactly back, because all the panes was all broken, cracked, and it had to go back the way it was, and we managed to do it. So I'm going to show you a couple of clips now of what it looked like, the one where we had to take down and all this, that and the other. I got a complete soaking as well in the video. I explain, well, you won't see that, but I'll tell you more about what happened. And it doesn't end there, because like I say, George is moving and he's got this 12-foot greenhouse which he's going to be putting on that footprint of the wooden one. However, he's got a 14-foot greenhouse as well which he has to bring off his old plot. You might think, well, that's fair dues. That's a lot of greenhouses to move, Mark. But it doesn't stop there, guys, because my mate Bill wants to move on to George's plot, and he's got to move his greenhouse and his shed. So you're going to see all these things what we've got to do and what we've been doing. So let me show you this clip now. Well, guys, today I'm going to be moving this greenhouse with 5 other people. Got to take all the glass out of it first. It's not a job I want to do, because it's the way it's been put in. Is it's got like wood battens what hold the glass in, so I've got to remove all the glass piece by piece without breaking it. We break it, it's as good as it's a waste of time. That's it, end of story. But once we remove the glass, then we've got to unscrew it off its base, and then we've got to walk it down here. But before we walk it down here, this is something else we've got to remove. We've got to remove this greenhouse, strip it down,
cleared everything off it, out of it, and then we're going to be putting it onto this base. Now this was its original base, so it should just go on it. However, things not always work as you know, as you envisage them. So again, all this has all got to be dismantled, and we're doing it for an old lady. She's in her 80s. The trouble is, we're not been able to get hold of her, so we can't really take it apart until we've got a final, you know, we've got her approval. Otherwise it could be fireworks. So what we can do is take that greenhouse down there, and then hopefully we can get hold of her to see what she wants to do with everything inside. Because we've got to look at this here, guys. We've got to remove everything inside there as well. It's not an easy job. It's a lot of faffing about, it really is. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're doing a bit later on. I'm just waiting for them all to turn up. They said they'll all be here for 10 o'clock. Well, it's 10 o'clock now and I'm not seeing a soul, so we wait with bated breath. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing next. Well, as you can see, the greenhouse which was on this base is now gone. What a lot of faffing we had about. We had to undo all these bloody bolts all the way around it. Nightmare, I tell you. Remove all the glass. All the glass was all different odds and different shapes. Now this greenhouse, what we removed from here, was 35 years old. He had there's a ball cock in there for water. He had it all. He used to water, you know, water his plants with it. There's the pipe there. We had to dismantle it. Oh my God, the nightmare we had. George went and bent the bloody that white pipe and snapped it clean in half, and then the valve what we had on it was cross-threaded. Lucky for them lot, I had the right fittings to fix it, because I'm always bloody having to repair the water pipes on here. So I managed to jam that pipe together and put a tap on it. Honestly, it was like a it was like a monkey trying to stick a cork up an elephant's backside with diarrhea. Absolutely soaked. So anyway, we sorted all that lot out. Then we moved the greenhouse from here, off this base, and what is going to stick on here is that greenhouse there, believe it or not. So that's 12 by 8 greenhouse is going onto here, but he's got to level it all out, and he'll be doing that in the week. So once he's levelled it out, then we're moving that greenhouse over. But what we've done, we've removed also today, there was a greenhouse half the size of this one here. This is the one what we've put onto the plot today. There was 6 of us. Basically, I've just gone round fixing all the putting the glass in and everything, taking the glass out. We've got some bolts, fitted them to anchor it to the base here. So as you can see, it's all fitted, but every panel was all. You see the gaps where it's broke here. Now these were all what we've put back in. The old greenhouse, we had to take that off today as well. So while there was taking this down, the other lads was taking this to pieces. This was the old one, and this has all got to be burnt. Now Brenda, she's in her late 70s. She's more 80 than 70, and she would never have been able to do this on her own. So anyway, the 6 of the lads, me included, got together, and we've done it for her. So all we've got to really do now, if she wants a guttering putting back on, we just need to get a couple of brackets and we can sort the guttering out for her. But yeah, that greenhouse there is 35 years old. That's how old the greenhouse is. It's not bad for 35 years. It really isn't. But as you can see, we've managed to get it get the base and everything all sorted for her. So when she comes in tomorrow, she should be happy with what she sees. The only thing is, we've just got to sort the gutters out, the gutters down there. The next thing what we need to do is this 12 foot by 8 foot greenhouse. This needs to be dismantled, and it needs to be dragged over to here, and this is where it's going to sit on this base. Now basically is that it's all concrete, that, and it shouldn't be concrete here. However, what he's going to do, he's going to put 2 breeze blocks high, and then he's going to sit the greenhouse on top of it, and then this part here is just going to throw a load of gravel so it completely covers it, and then he'll be using pots to grow all his tomatoes and what have you in. So this will still be here, this footprint, because, well, he ain't going to move it, but yeah, it will fit on here. And then at the side of it, just there'll be a 14-foot greenhouse. Let me show you that. This is a 14-foot greenhouse of George's. This is George's old plot, and this greenhouse will be going down onto his new plot alongside the 12-foot, and this one has to be dismantled as well. And yeah, that's another job. It doesn't, however, end there. They'll probably end up giving that shed away and giving that shed away, knowing George. But it doesn't end there with that move, because his next door neighbour, let me take you over here now. His next door neighbour, which is Bill, this is his greenhouse, and that's his shed. Now Bill wants to move onto George's old plot, and so once that greenhouse has gone there, this greenhouse is going to be moved onto here, and the shed's going to be moved onto here. Then all this, everything what's on this plot is going to be moved onto George's old plot. Then we're going to give this plot out. It's a lot of faffing, but everybody has decided they all want to move before the growing season starts. So yeah, so not only we've got to move, so far we moved 2 greenhouses. We've got 3 more greenhouses to move, and this is the 5th greenhouse to move. There's the 4th, and you've just seen the 3rd down there. Absolute crazy it is. And I'm no doubt going to be roped into helping them all. So you see, that's what we've been doing over the Christmas holidays. Absolutely nightmare. It only took us 5 hours to move to strip the greenhouse down, move it, and the old greenhouse, well, my mate on the next plot had a big bonfire yesterday, and we threw the Brenda's old greenhouse onto that. Here it is. Well, what you're looking at there is my next door neighbour, but one, Ryan's fire. He's burning all his wood on his plot. He's got it's a new plot, that, and he's burning all the rubbish on it. And as you can see, it's burning quite clean actually, which is a good thing. Anyway, I thought I'd share that one with you. Winter fire, nothing better. And there it goes, up in smoke. So that was that. We got rid of that. I'm going over there in a bit to pick some of that ash up, because it's great for onions. It's the potassium in it which makes the onions grow this big. And yeah, we're going to be grabbing some of that. So watch this space. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we've been up to over the Christmas break. I've got, like I said, there's a video what I will be putting up shortly. It's the 2 jobs I dislike doing most, and I have to do it every day. I'll be showing you that soon. That's the chickens. However, I mean, we come down Boxing Day, and it was a really cold night. There had been a frost on the plot. It was clear skies. The sun just started to come up, and I was all on my own. And as the sun started to hit the allotments, then it started to burn all the frost off it, and the mist was rising, and it looked like a film out of Alfred. It looked like a scene out of Alfred Hitchcock. I thought, oh, I've got to film this. So I did a few shots of the sun actually burning the frost off the allotments, and it looked really, really mystical. So check this out. Bit of music I added to the clip. Well, you joined me down on the allotments, and I'm the first one here, and the sun's just come up and it's starting to burn all the frost which has lay on the ground over the night, burning it off, and you can see all the steam rising. It's absolutely awesome. It's not a place I'd rather be in the entire world right at this moment. And yeah, it's an eerie sight. But yeah, this is what winter mornings are all about. This is why I garden. This is why I love allotments, because you can be here all on your own. You can see this like a veil lifting off the allotment. It really is. It's absolutely fantastic. You can stand here and watch this for hours, but this will all be gone in about 3/4 of an hour to an hour. You won't even know it was there. What an awesome sight.
So how awesome's that? I was all on my own. No one's seen it. And yeah, absolute, it's brilliant. As I was saying in the clip, there's nowhere else I'd rather have been at that moment in time. But yeah, in Salford you can get 4 seasons in a day, guys. I've actually filmed 4 seasons in one day. There's a video on my channel somewhere which will show you that. Yeah, the very next day, again the weather changed. It was these dark satanic clouds moving really fast over the allotments. And I thought, oh, I'm going to have some of that, because the sun was actually breaking through the clouds as they was moving across the sky. So we put it on a time lapse and added a little bit of music to it for a bit of drama. Oh, I did a Fred Dibner then. He's my hero, Fred Dibner. Us engineers stick together. He's a true engineer. So let me show you this clip now. So awesome's that. The clouds, it just looked like a Turner painting. Actually looked like a Turner painting. That skyscape, absolutely wonderful. So yeah, so we've had different extremes. Today it's quite mild actually, and I've been planting some more narcissus in between in the beds outside. I've been planting, like digging holes about yay wide, about 6 inches deep, and I've been piling the daffodils so close together they're touching. It doesn't matter the touching, all you got to do is make sure they're deep enough. And these ones was I'm going to show you a little clip of me just doing 1 or 2 of them, just give you some idea where we've been. Well, today I'm going to be putting some more narcissus. I had these in the back of my car. I actually had 3 of these. I just give me mate Bernard a pile, and I give me old mate a bag as well, Jimmy. I got them for £2. It says £5 on the bag. I got them for £2.50 each. So I bought 3 bags, but like I said, I've got no room really to put them in. in my plot. I don't know why I bought them, but I bought them anyway. I've got a bag left, so I'm going to try and shove them in amongst all these daffodils that are coming up now, because I know what's going to happen. They're all going to come up around about end of February, rather I like to see March, April. So these ain't even putting the shoots out yet, so these will come up later. So I'll get sort of from probably the end of February, March, April, and maybe into even the start of May I might see a few daffodils. So I want to get these in now, but I've got to be careful where I stick them, because it's they're everywhere. But at least I know where most of the bulbs are. So anyway, I'm going to have at it. I'm going to stick a few in, so I thought I'd show you me putting 1 or 2 into the beds now. So let's crack on. Right, so I'm just sticking these into the hole now. You can stick as many as you want, just like this. You get them, the more the merrier. If you do like to sit next to each other, it's just a matter of backfilling them, pushing down, and that is it. You're off, Jim. Right, mate, I'll see you in the morning. My old mate Jim just come over there then as I was planting them ones. But yeah, where we've got gaps in this bed, that's why I'm sticking the bulbs in. Not got so many gaps though, they're everywhere. But when I'm finished, it'll look absolutely awesome, and we'll get a nice display of these. In fact, I think I see another gap there. Yep, there's a gap there, so I'm going to put a few into this. Oops. Been very lucky so far, not digging any of them up. But, yeah, dig about a good 6 inches deep. Get an handful of them. It is a bit late putting them in at the moment, but you know, they will come up. So all the gaps where you think there's nothing growing in this bed, I assure you there will be flowers coming up again. Just there, I can see a gap. Where I can see a gap, that's where I'm going to stick a few. when you're putting these in, give them a good squeeze as well, make sure they're viable. You can put them side by side, narcissus, they will grow quite comfortably together. And instead of just getting one flower coming up, you get a bouquet of flowers. So that's why I put them in as I do. And it's just over the top, press down, give the ground a bit of a rub. You won't even know there's anything there until around about March. But as you can see, we've got flowers coming up all over here. Everywhere where I see a gap, that's where I'm putting some narcissus. So there you go, more daffodils, 5 kilos we put in there, guys. And the reason why I put them in is because all my daffodils are almost, well, there's one of them, it must be 8 to 10 inches high. It's even got an head forming on it, so it's only going to be a few weeks before it's flowering. Let me show you. Check this out, guys. Daffodil here, almost ready for opening. And look at the date, it's Tuesday the 1st of January today. Absolute crazy. As you can see in the plot here, in this bed here, everywhere you see are bulbs coming up. Everywhere, all the way, everywhere you look, they're all coming up along all the borders, all the way around. You can just see them starting to break through here now. Everywhere you look, they're coming up, even along here. So yep, spring is in the air. The only trouble is we're in the depths of winter on a New Year's Day. Absolutely crazy. Even got rhubarb coming up there. So that's why I've actually put more bulbs in, because I don't want to get January, February, I'm going to have all my daffodils come. I want to see them in the middle of March, April, you know what I mean? So that's why I've put these new ones in as well, so we're going to get more colour. So hopefully, rather than just a couple of months, we might get 3 months, maybe even 4 months, which will bring me up into May, and then I'll have all my summer flowers then starting to, so I can put out. So I want to try and keep the flowers going this year. And the front part of the plot, I mean, in each of them beds, basically them beds have got all fruit trees, and then there's flowers scattered all around them. So I'm not just growing flowers, I'm growing fruit. There's a lot of fruit in there, so where it's empty, where there's an empty space, that's where I shoved flowers. Anyway, yeah, me missus, she had a load of cocosmia there at home, and she said, "What are you going to?" I said, "I don't want these. What are you going to do with them, Matt?" I said, "They're in my other greenhouse at home. I've got a big greenhouse at home as well." And let me show you these 2 plants that what she said. Go and dump on your. Well, guys, these are what you call cocosmia. I've got a couple of plants here. This one and that one there. Apparently, we don't like them anymore. So I brought them up from home and brought them to the allotments, and I will be putting these in my borders on one of my beds. Not now, but won't be that far away anyway. I think they're called Emily, oh god, Mackenzie's and McKenna's. No, Mackenzie I think it is. Anyway, that's what they are. And yeah, these cocosmias are absolutely beautiful. Look at the flowers on them, orange flowers. She doesn't like them. Well, when I do replant them, I will be planting them about 2-3 inches deeper than what they are at the moment. So I'll be covering them up at least 2 inches deeper. These sort of plants like to be planted deeper. Not like a lot of them, you always plant them to the level that they come, but these ones you plant them deeper because the corns, which are just underneath the surface there, the corn is the next year's growth of from these plants. So when I do plant them outside, I'll be planting them about 2 to 3 inches deeper. But yeah, some beautiful little flowers there. And it's nice to see a bit of this January. Yeah, these are the summer autumn flower, you know what I mean. But yeah, they seem to be doing okay there, and they're still flowering. So there's a result. What I will be doing with them is splitting them up and doing 4 clumps rather than 2 clumps. Yeah, they're actually flowering. They're inside the green. You can see them outside of me. I'm going to leave them in here until the flowers fall off. Then I'll plant them out a bit later in the year. They will, like I say in the video, they will grow pretty fast, and you've got to keep your eye on them. They're like them bloody lupins. Them lupins, I thought I got rid of them all, but no, they're still there. And I'm not going to take them out, because if a plant manages to get past me after a month, I always give it a chance. And yeah, they've actually got past me again. I thought I'd get every one of them lupins out, but no, there are a lot of lupins still in that ground, guys, so we're going to leave them in. They're not that bad, but they come up where you least expect them. They're self-seeding, you see. Anyway, yeah, so these will be putting on later on. I'm putting them outside later on in the year, probably around about March, April-ish. They'll sit in the greenhouse here for now. Yeah, we got a load of wood chip dropped the other day. Now, like I said, the tree surgeon, we used to get the wood off, the wood chip off. He's buggered off up to Lake District. He's got a job up there learning new apprentices how to tree fell, coppice, all that lot. That's what he does. And well, can you blame him wanting to go up there? There to his parts of country. Oh, how awesome's that? So I wished him best of luck, but we didn't have anyone to drop the wood chip. So I was talking to Mike from Putting Along. Now he's the secretary on here. I'm the chairman, by the way. I said to him, we need to get hold of Salford Council, see if they can help us out. I said, I'll probably do that tomorrow. Anyway, he phoned me up the next day. He says, sorted the wood chip. So I phoned up Salford Council, put me through to the department, talked to the guy. He said he's going to be dropping a load later on. Anyway, I gets a phone call about 3 o'clock. We've got a load of wood chip here, so we've actually got a supply of wood chip, another supply, and hopefully when my missus is back in school, she's got a friend there, her husband's does wood chip, and she's going to see if he can drop some as well, so we should have an endless supply of wood chip again. But yeah, anyway, so this wood chip come, so Mike grabbed a load. Obviously I grabbed a load for the back of my plot. I was going to do my front, but I thought let's give someone else a chance, because the wood chip's been pretty scarce on here. So I only did the back part, which I'm going to show you in a bit. However, there was Jimmy benefited, he got his plot done. Debbie, she's done all her paths. Mike's done, I think he's done all his paths as well, and there's other people around the allotments all benefited from this wood chip. So anyway, I got a few bags as well, and I did the back part of my plot, so I'm going to show you what it looked like before and what it looked like after. So this is the wood chip which was dropped off last night. I got a big bag there, got a big bag there, and I've got 2 bags up the other end. That should be enough to do the paths on the back part of the plot. I'm not really interested in doing the front part. We just recently did that, but the back part's looking a bit tatty, and the wood chip's not that bad actually. So I'm going to start spreading it, and once I've done it all, I'll show you what it looked like. But yeah, wood chips not too bad. It's not too bad at all. That it should take a while for it to break down. Anyway, going to point the camera in that general direction, and I think we'll start at the other side over there and work his way along. That's what we've been doing last hour, putting wood chip down onto the back of the allotments. I've not done the front, I've only done the back, and the reason I've only done the back is to give everybody a chance with some wood chip. It's been about 3 or 4 months since we had the last lot of wood chip, and well, I didn't want to take it all, even though I could have. I thought I'd just take what I need to do the back, and to do the chickens as well. So we've been in there and we've done the chickens, but yeah, it's great for kneeling down on. You're not going to get yourself covered in muck. The front part's the next one I do, But then again, we've got a new wood chipper, and he'll be dropping it off quite regularly now, so I don't have to worry. I can do the front again. It's not too bad. This stuff though, it looks really good. It really does. As you can see, beautiful paths. Always looks good with, and I don't know if you can see where it drops down at the back down there. We've actually lifted this allotment 12 inches higher than it originally was. So there used to be raised beds, but now it's an raised allotment. 18 inches down there, we've got a clay impermeable layer which goes right the way across. When they put the topsoil on here, they must have only put 6 or 7 inches of topsoil onto the thing, and it's just useless really. You couldn't really grow anything. That's why I decided to grow stuff in pots, and we lifted everything up. But as you can see, everything grows really well now. But then again, we've got about 18 inches of soil. So that's the back part. We will be doing the front part eventually. I don't need to worry now because I know we're going to be getting more wood chip. But the front part doesn't really need doing yet. And as I was saying in the video, them was raised beds. Now it's a raised allotments. We've actually lifted the allotments 12 inches higher than it originally was. And what I will do, I've got some scaffolding boards at home. I just need to get them around here. And what I'm going to do is set them on top of the other ones, and then pile in the soil and raise beds. So I'm going to lift it even higher off the water table, because there's a permeable layer of clay about, I'd say 20 inches down, and it's been a nightmare to grow potatoes in the ground. That's why I grow all my potatoes in buckets, and it's only now that I can actually grow them in the ground. But I reckon I raise them up a bit higher, more soil, more good soil. I think that's the way to go. I don't need to do it right at this moment, but yeah, it's the back part of the plot looks pretty good. Anyway, projects for this year. Well, the main project is that blue shed. But I've been doing out everybody else's. I'm still helping them out, moving the greenhouses about. We moved the big greenhouse, the big silver greenhouse yesterday. I'll show you that in another episode. But yeah, I haven't stopped. I have been clearing the shed. It's getting there. It's almost empty. There's a few more things to burn and to get rid of, and then we're going to move that shed off the base. Give it to Mark. I hope it doesn't fall apart before we move it over to him, but once it's moved, then I can put the blue one on there, and I'm going to use that as me office where I do all my filming and what have you. I think Sean's going to do something similar at the art channel. We're doing that with his shed. However, here's another thing as well. I want to thank my fairy godfather, Nigel. He's come to my rescue yet again. It's a tearaway. He is. I'm going to stop telling people about what I'm going to buy, because if I ever tell you, you actually send it me. I don't want you to do that. I can actually, but the problem I've been looking for these Crimson Crush. Now you can get them online, but I have so much faffing about trying. You got to fill all this sheeting just to become a member of the bloody gardening thing where you can actually get the seeds from. I don't want to faff about with that. I just want a PayPal. All I want to see is PayPal. You see what you want, you click on it, you hit PayPal, it's done. That's what I needed. So someone knows of these seeds growers what have PayPal, where I can just click on a couple of the stuff I want, and then just go to the till and buy them like that. You send me the link, because that's the sort of thing I want. I don't want to be faffing about putting all my details into it. The details are in PayPal, you know what I mean? You can't go wrong. But anyway, as I was saying, Nigel come to my rescue. I can't show you the seeds they're in my coat pocket in there. But I've got to say, Nigel, you're an absolute top bloke, mate. You really are. I was going to go up to Bents today to see. That's the only place you haven't been up to see if they're there. Although I'm going up there in a bit because I'm going to go looking for some rainbow blends. I'm going to grow them again this year. Really nice tomato. You only get about 6 or 7 seeds in a pack. They cost you about fiver for about 6 or 7 seeds, and you're on pins whether they're going to germinate or not. But everyone, once you put them in, they're like the magic beanstalk. They actually do grow. So yeah, I'm going to go and get some of them today. So yeah, anyway, Nigel, thanks a lot, mate. You're absolutely top bloke. And yeah, so I've got some Crimson Crush now. I'll be putting them in them buckets outside. Maybe even try a couple in the ground as well. I don't know whether they're better in the ground or in the buckets, but I'm thinking if they're in the buckets, I know they're blight resistant, but some of my plot holders at the side of me, they get blight quite easy, and I want to be able to move them away from where their blight is. If I see blight on theirs, I want to be able to move them, so I think they'd be better in pots actually. Although they are resistant, but it's what point are they resistant to? So anyway, that's it for this one. And I say I'm gonna head off up now to Bents and see what goodies I can buy there. If I see any more tulips that I haven't got, I might buy 1 or 2. Thing is with tulips, I think I've got about 30-40 varieties, and it's remembering all the different varieties what I've got. But if I see a new one, I'll grab it. So I'm going to go and treat myself. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and all the best for 2019. Happy New Year.